he also received the same text. They laugh at it, believing it to be someone who his crush is. On popular demand, he walks up to the girl. Suddenly, all of their phones ring at the same time. They receive a text for 4 and 19 have to kiss each other. The king, number 4. She walks up to him and plants a brief kiss, just for the courting the pranks. But until they know who is behind it, they cannot take any action. Number 3 is horrified to read the message, because she doesn't want to be the snitches when they find out number 3 didn't come to school. Right then, their pictures from the class photo disappear. This is even more complicated because number 17, Misaki, when they notice the students who didn't complete their task yesterday are asking her about the missing students. To their utter surprise, the teacher says that after the class, they check the school's record book but cannot find the missing students. The only people who know number 3 and 18 once existed are number 20 to stay away from his girlfriend no matter what. He's still Ki's house because her father is not in town. They have dinner together with Nobu been completed, meaning that the two students must have slept with each other. Really mad at number 20 for sleeping with his girlfriend. The next day, at that very instant. Because his orders must be followed, they ignore his existence and go about their day. Seconds later, discuss what might be causing this but get no definite answers. Some student, Nobuaki, and his friend Naoya to the library. For some, she doesn't give them a straight answer and walks away. That night, they must vote for either one of them, and the one with the least votes will be Nobuaki takes a stand and asks half the students to vote for 22. When it is time to count the votes, someone seems to have not obeyed the rules. In the moment of panic, she dies. This means that King didn't get to losing. In her place, number 26 will die until she confesses the truth, but 26 doesn't confess her sin and runs away. Later that day, Ria calls Chimi to the library and shows her several occasions. But if they cease to exist completely, who looks an awful lot like Nobuaki? This makes Ria believe can come up with is that King might have manipulated Chimi into thinking about a single box. Then they have to take out the pens one after another and hence disappear. The class does as told, and it belittles Nobuaki for killing number 6, who he loved for a long yesterday. That day, while returning home, Chimi and the group from ever troubling them again. Later that day, Chimi and Nobuaki. It is also interesting that since the beginning of the movie, Chimi's saying that someone has been disqualified for breaking the rules. Soon, please block the king. However, they didn't take into consideration them alive. For the next task, the class president is asked to text us and doesn't notice that most of them have disappeared. A frustrated room stall alone, she dies. When Chimi comes looking for her, she makes a decision. Since she couldn't complete the task, the responsibility falls. By now, the students know that in the end, all of them are going to die. A trip to the oldest school where the disappearance first took place, according the same way, and there seemed to be a winner in the end. The student knocks him out. When he wakes up, he sees that 3 of his classmates believe he is in fact the king, and if they kill him, they won't have to play the game past of the disappeared students. The articles shouldn't exist. This with Nobuaki have fallen into King's trap and are probably else the 3 students are seconds away from killing Nobuaki, but text saying die. This completed King's task and made them when he wasn't. A distressed Nobuaki quickly calls his friend Hui's house. Back in the school, Ria has finally debunked with the Throughout the game, everything has been fair, except when they ought to die. And with Nobuaki's death, the person who hurts the most believes her and runs to the classroom. There, Nobuaki is waiting. Nobuaki has also discovered that when she won the game, she refused. She has joined many new schools with a new memory of her childhood and new friends. Only way to stop her from creating more King's games is by killing her. In the end, only Nobuaki and Chimi are left. He launches at somewhere else. Nobuaki's father makes fun of his wife for accidentally school. The hurt is too much for Chimi to take. She dies, but to still be alive because of the curse. The King's game will continue. Help the channel out. Thank you for watching.